Get ready for the dictation. Start. Mr. Chairman, I am grateful to the honorable members for the support that they have extended to the Ministry of Commerce and also to those who have made constructive suggestions and referred to specific problems. First, the textile sector has three parts. They are the composite mill sector, the power loom sector, and the handloom sector. At the present moment, as some of the honorable members have pointed out, it appears that at times one sector is trying to push into the territory of the other sector at the cost of the other sector. I would not go into the details of this situation. We are engaged at the present moment in formulating the textile policy for the next few years. The experts committee that has been set up is expecting to submit its report in a day or two. We hope that we would be able to take the House into confidence and announce the new textile policy during the current session of Parliament. The point I wish to make in this connection is that all care would be taken to see that all the three sectors of the textile industry which I have mentioned function in perfect harmony. I would like briefly to refer to some of the important aspects of the situation and take this House and our country into confidence. Now I come to the question of the interests of the consumer and employment opportunities in the textile sector. First of all, I always considered that our prime concern should be to protect the interests of the consumer. The first responsibility of the government is to see that the level of per capita availability and consumption of cloth is increased in this country. A look at the figures of the per capita availability indicates that there has not been any major change in the situation during the last so many years. So we should increase the production of cloth. The next question, which is of deep concern of all of us, is the employment factor. I would like to point out that the textile industry is very important not only from the point of view of production but also from the point of view of the export earnings. Doubts have been expressed whether retrenchment would not be made if the modernization process is accelerated in the mill sector. We would like to make it clear that while in some cases it may be necessary, we hope that the present level of employment in the mill sector will be maintained by the end of the 7th plan period. The handloom sector is the most employment oriented sector. Efforts are being made to raise the level of employment in this sector and introduce a package of measures which will not only raise the level of employment but also the earnings. Then I come to the question of sickness in the textile industry and the policy of the government in this regard. Honorable members have always raised in this House the question how the sickness which is prevailing at present in the textile industries will be met. This is a matter of serious concern and it is only natural that honorable members would be expressing their anguish and concern over this issue. I am not surprising that the members in their anxiety to tide over the present crisis also repeat the demand of naturalization or takeover. I need not repeat, but I would like to make it clear to the House what the policy of the government on sick industries or takeover of such industries is. It is quite clear that the present policy is for the administrative ministry to make all efforts to review and rehabilitate such units with the help of the banks and financial institutions, and to take over such shall be reported to only if the unit is supposed to become viable within a reasonable time. And if it is in public interest, I would like to make it clear to the House that we consider that industrial sickness is the concomitant phenomenon of the very progress of industrialization. Generally, poorly conceived projects or badly managed units may become sick and may have to be closed down, while better planned projects or better managed undertakings will come up. We cannot rule out this possibility. However, we are trying to meet the situation as best as possible. Now, I would refer briefly to the performance of the National Textile Corporation. It is at present responsible for managing about 100 nationalized and about 20 managed units. It may be remembered that this is largely a burden caused by mismanagement by the private sector. The National Textile Corporation has taken over these mills in the larger public interest and is trying to manage them as best as possible. Certain improvements have taken place. The situation is not as gloomy as it is sometimes made out be. I would like to tell the House that nearly half the National Textile Corporation losses and come out of that bad situation. Thank you.